Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. How are you? How are you? How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm fine, thank you. So before we start, how did you end up in Abbew Crew? How are you here talking to me?
So I've seen a lot on Instagram,
Yes,
and my husband actually has been looking to get healthy as well. And he's not
yes,
one for groups like this. So I
yeah,
told him I'd look into it, and I
yeah,
did. And
yeah,
I've been on a weight loss journey now. I started back in October with a really
yes,
good trainer who I love.
yes,
But I wasn't. I was losing weight, but I
yeah,
kept yo-yoing, going back and forth. And I have a
yeah.
lot of physical issues that I want to completely try to heal. So I looked into your program and I liked what I saw. So I decided to join, and I am very happy I did.
Very honestly. What do you mean by you're happy you did? What have you? How are you feeling?
This
Tell
is the
me.
first. I feel great. This is the
Good.
first time I am not hungry. I'm not craving any foods. I've never been able to stick to a plan really this long without slipping once or twice. I have not slipped once yet, which is amazing. The community is phenomenal. I love the
Amazing, isn't
people
it?
in
Yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah,
and it's a great support group. And I'm starting to notice little changes because I have really bad neuropathy. Like I
yeah.
can't even feel my feet.
I remember I talk about it all the time.
I
I've had
heard
it
you,
for years.
and it took you 2 years. You said right,
It was the longest because you think about it, it's your extremities.
right?
So it will take a while for your body to actually just. It took me. Do you know what eventually got rid of it was I did a 5 day fast, and on the fourth day I'm sitting in my garden. I'm like, oh my God, I've forgotten that I had neuropathy. I'm thinking that I can feel my feet. I was shocked. Then I
After the
realized that.
first day,
No, on the I did a 5 day
right
fast,
on the
and
right.
on the fourth day,
Oh, the fourth
I'll,
day.
I'll sit in my garden. I'm thinking, normally I'll sit there and I'd take my shoes off and
Yeah.
my feet out, but none of that, and that's okay. So, but I know it will take the longest because it's your extremities, and it takes a while for that area. It's basically got um um nerves there that the body blood's not getting circulation, it's not flowing properly around there.
Right.
It's all to do with insulin resistance, you know?
Okay. Yeah. Because at night, like in work, for some reason, I'm fine. I
Fine, yeah.
guess
At
maybe
night.
because I go up and down, but when I'm sitting home in my couch,
Yeah.
oh my God,
That's
Eddie,
when you
it's
feel it, yeah.
terrible.
Yeah,
I have to get up and go to bed.
that's when it usually happens. I used to go to bed with a cold ice flannel on my feet because I
Yep.
couldn't sleep. But remember, I know a lot of people say they want to lose weight and be healthy, but we're trying to make you healthy. You
Mm-hmm.
know, whatever damage took years for it to occur. So it's going to take a little while. So please persevere. The longer you keep eating like this. Now, do you understand why I'm screaming and shouting on social media?
Oh, I know.
Because I was in the part of the medical world. I was a senior nurse when I resigned, and I realized that I wasn't healing anybody. All I was
Right.
doing was giving them medication to fix their symptoms, and people were coming in and the same conditions, medication. I'm
Right.
thinking, okay, something is causing that. Why is that person's condition, anyway? So I decided to investigate for myself, and eventually went down the rabbit hole for years. Eventually, I came. I'm like, oh my God. So we're being lied to about food. I think our doctors don't know any different because that's how they've been taught.
I agree.
It's not their fault. So they're only saying what and repeating what they've been taught. So when there's something wrong with you, instead of saying, hang on, why has Florence got neuropathy? No, let's find a drug. Chemotherapy, drugs. Instead of saying, look, change your lifestyle. Something is feeding the cancer cells. There's a man who has a brain tumor. His wife brought him to me. It's a couple of years ago and said, look, my husband is terminally ill and he wants to meet you because he likes your personality, blah, blah, blah. So they came in. And then I said, we literally had a chat with him. I said, look, go on the lion diet for a while. And then he went on the lion diet. And then within like 6 months, the brain tumor was the scan was like it was fading.
I believe it.
And it's crazy. And you think, and that annoys me because imagine if our doctors were taught this
Right.
basic information. Nutrition is simple. We just been complicated, and every day there's a new product that comes out, sugar is shit. And unfortunately, you guys are the ones who started most of this shit. You know that.
Yep. I know. Well, I love the program. I didn't think I would be able to. I don't have a gallbladder, so I saw a lot of those posts
The
about.
fat, yes, yes, yes,
Thank
yes.
God I don't have any
Issues, yeah, yeah.
issues with it. So I've been eating all the fat. I haven't been having a problem. So I'm
That's
gonna
good.
do.
No,
Yeah,
not everybody's that. Like some people got no gallbladder, and but then if you did start having problems, just reduce the amount, because if you're trying to lose body fat, there is energy on you. So the amount that we're given, they're just guidelines. And the other thing is, whenever you can, start doing one meal a day. If you're not hungry, normalize not eating when you're not hungry. If you're not feeling hungry,
right.
don't eat. If you want to if you fast for 2 days, do. Nothing is going to happen to you.
But I did see the one before, and I saw where you said to try to fast for 48 hours.
Yes.
Now, the
Yeah.
thought of not eating, I I don't know if I can do it. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try. But what are the benefits of that? It just gives your body time to heal.
Okay, so there are three things that we're trying to do essentially in this community. We're trying to bring your insulin levels down.
Right.
We're trying to reduce inflammation.
Okay.
And we're trying to fix your gut health. Okay,
Okay.
so the body in 2016, a Japanese doctor discovered something called autophagy, where when you're not eating, the body is forced to go around everywhere and pick up all the broken proteins and the zombie cells and use them as energy.
Okay.
So as a human being, as a wild human being, we have to go back to how we're supposed to be because we're the only ones who discovered fire and we're the only ones who live in houses with pictures and everything and we
Mhm.
just with heating and everything. No animal has that. So um if you're when you're not eating, your body starts going around looking for all the bad cells because we're not supposed to be eating all the time. We're supposed to, as a wild human being, if you got to eat 3 times like a week, you are lucky
Right.
because it wasn't like that. All animals are in fasted states. They can go sometimes days without eating, and they catch another prey, and then they eat it. Then they're happy. Humans survived the ice age eating just mammoths and big animals that they'll kill and eat the carcass for months, sometimes years. That's
Right.
how we survived. And berries sometimes they grow, but only seasonally. But now we've got everything on tap. So giving your gut a complete break. One, helps repair the lining of your gut, and two, it brings your insulin levels down, which is what what we're trying to do: improve your gut health, bring down inflammation, and bring your insulin levels down. If you're
Okay.
if you're carrying body fat that you're trying to lose, you are pre-diabetic, except that your doctor is going to wait until it gets actually because it takes decades for pre-diabetes for type 2 diabetes to develop. You're on the spectrum, but
Hmm.
you're not far enough for your body to flank it for the tests that they do to flank it. That's why flag it and say, hang on, you've got your type 2 diabetic. Whereas right now you are, but you're on the spectrum. So you're
Right.
doing something about it. If you're feeling good, keep eating this way and just keep going. Whenever you get a chance, just say, if you're not hungry, don't eat. Eat one meal a day. Combine meal, but go with what your body is telling you.
Yeah. Well, I'm noticing I'm going longer and longer during the day.
Absolutely. And the longer
So
you're able to go, the easier it will be to fast. You're not there yet. Just keep going.
now, how long? I'm going to actually, my husband and I are driving to Florida this weekend.
Yes.
So I might try to do the fast because it's going to take us 2 days to get there and we're going to be in the
Okay.
car most of the time. So
Okay.
I might try it.
Yes.
But I just had another question. Oh, how long does it take to get fat adapted?
Okay. There's a video in the classroom, but it takes between 4 to 12 weeks.
Okay.
In saying that, I was fat adapted within 2 weeks because I could fast after 2 weeks. But then the factors that influence fat adaptation are, like how much body fat you're carrying, how long you've been carrying it for, how many years you've been yo-yo dieting.
Oh,
There's so
my whole
many
life.
there's so many factors. So it may take a little bit of time, but persevere. There's a video on symptoms. Like think about it for instance, if you're carrying excess body fat, that is energy.
Right.
The reason why you're if you get hungry or tired, it means your body has not learned how to access this energy. And that's what we're
Okay.
trying to teach you. If we can access it by bringing your insulin levels down, because this is how it works. The body has two energy sources, fats and carbohydrates. Every time you eat, your body has to decide what to do with the energy from the food. It will
Okay.
either release it for you to spend straight away, or it will store it as body fat for you to spend when times are hard. That's it. That's what the body's
Okay.
designed. It's so clever. It's always trying to protect you. But the foods are so when you eat, the foods get everything you eat gets broken down to glucose. And as soon as the glucose enters your blood, there's a thing that sits at the top of your brainstem called the hypothalamus. It triggers your pancreas. Says, pancreas, we got energy to store. Pancreas' job is to release insulin. Now, insulin's job is to take the glucose from your blood and put it in your cell, add oxygen, and that's
Okay.
energy. That's how you make energy. That's it.
All right.
So, but the foods that speed up this process are the ones that get stored as energy as fat, basically, mainly the carbohydrates and the low fat foods and the very lean protein and all the ultra processed foods that don't have the micronutrients. The body doesn't know what to do with them. It turns into fat. So what we're trying to do now, we're trying to swap your energy source primarily from carbohydrates to fats for
Fat.
now
Okay.
until your body is able to access both at the same time. Because it doesn't make any sense. If you're carrying body fat, you shouldn't be hungry, you shouldn't be tired, you shouldn't crave anything. The reason why you crave is because you're eating that process with the pancreas and the hypothalamus. It's been spread up so much that there's too much insulin in your blood. When there's
Okay.
too much insulin in your blood, your body is told, right, let's hold on to this energy because this person is preparing for a rainy day. Let's hold on to fat and not spend. That's
Okay.
why that's why you're carrying body fat. You've just eaten and you're still hungry because something
So
is ready for you.
so that's how you know you're fat adapted, when you're able to go longer without food?
Longer without food, your energy levels through the roof, and you will feel like superwoman. I'm not kidding you, right? I'm 63 years old. I feel better than I did when
I'm
I
62, so we're in the same bracket.
so I mean we look boy, I know you may not like it, but you look really good for 62. You know,
Oh, thank you.
I'm sure you've been told that many times before, but the thing is, feel even better. You can look better and feel better by changing the way you look at food.
Okay.
It's very important because we've been lied to about food. We've been lied to. The people who are lying, doing the lying now, they don't know that they're lying because you've spent years being told, "Oh no, you got to do this, you got to eat this way." But please, just listen to what I'm saying. It's been taking me 46 years of being in this industry to put all of this together. So just follow the advice I'm
Oh,
giving you.
I have no intention of going off. I am absolutely loving the program. I just have a couple of questions. You
Yes, yes,
talk about
yes,
I know a lot of women talk about the menopause issues.
yes, yeah.
I've never been on HRTs. I refuse to go on
Good,
them. I suffered through my menopause.
good.
My flashes were gone. Since
Yeah,
I started eating this way, they
yeah.
came back.
Okay. So let's talk about what are you eating?
So, typically for breakfast, I'll have eggs,
Yes.
maybe some bacon. I've been doing some steak sometimes. I just basically eat meats, vegetables, cheese. I use olive
Oh,
oil, butter,
so when
avocados.
you buy, sorry to interrupt you.
That's a,
When you buy the bacon over
it.
here, but
There's nothing in it. I buy sulfite free, no sugar.
no sugar, that's important. Okay.
Yeah.
So right now, that means that when are you going again? You said you're driving to California
Uh, we're leaving Saturday morning.
Saturday morning. Okay. So when you come back, what I want you to do is that let's investigate. So your
Okay.
first meal, take everything out, just have eggs because if they're coming back, there's something still on your plate causing it. There are certain things that if I eat, like if I eat too many vegetables, I know for a fact that because vegetables are carbohydrates at the end of the day.
Right. Right.
So sometimes I feel, hang on, it's a bit tingly. Or if I eat a bit of crap, which I do that every so often,
Hmm.
events you
You're
can't.
human.
I'm human. Then you eat a bit of crap, and I'm thinking, okay, if I drink a little bit of alcohol, I think, okay, that's tingling a little bit. But find out what it is. There's always a reason. So the best way to investigate is take everything out and then keep it basic. Have some eggs, and then leave the bacon out for a minute. Just have about maybe 4 or 5 eggs as the first meal, and then the second meal have a big ribeye steak with a vegetable and maybe avocado. Just those three.
And do that for like a week or so.
For about 3 days.
Okay.
and then see, and then if that nothing happens, if it starts getting better, then one by one start bringing other things back in. There's always a culprit. There's always a culprit. You got to find out what it is, and
Okay.
make sure there's enough salt in your food as well.
Yeah, no, I use pink Himalayan salt, and I do. I put a
Absolutely,
lot of
yes, yeah,
salt. Okay.
yes,
What was the other question? Why? This is just out of curiosity. Two
yeah.
things. Why can we use coconut oil, but we can't have coconut? And why can't we use vinegar?
Coconut is a fruit,
Okay.
but the oil it's not. You know what I mean? Oil
Oh,
is
okay.
oil.
So you really
Coconut
can't eat the flesh.
for now. For now. Later on you can have coconut. Coconut is a fruit. Remember that. And
Okay.
vinegar, it's people say like you can use apple cider vinegar, you can use all of that. There's a little bit of sugar in vinegar. For now, I'm not saying you can never have vinegar again. For
Hmm.
now, just stick to the advice I've given you because in the past, some people they say, oh, apple cider vinegar will help you with insulin resistance. But some people put vinegar in their food and it's raised your blood sugars. So that's why I
Okay.
said keep that out for a minute. This is like a generic thing for everybody. So some people will be able to use vinegar, but I don't want to start putting in the classroom and say you can use vinegar because some, like for instance, onions. Some people are okay with onions, but others are not. So you're going to take it out for everybody until they get to fat adaptation. So
No,
they're
that
saying,
makes sense.
even like things like bell peppers and certain things that people use, and you think, okay, it may be all right for other people, but some people may not be. So it's best to take it out for the first until it becomes fat adapted. When you're fat adapted, these things can come back in. But right now, the thing about let's say apple cider vinegar, for instance, is that everybody's all doctor says, oh, I read online that you can use apple cider vinegar, it helps with insulin resistance. I'm like, find out what's causing the insulin resistance. You're thinking
Right.
like the doctors think, the allopathic medicine, where they want to take something to fix something. Let's
Right.
not do that. If you're cooking and you put a little bit of vinegar in your whatever, that's not going to do you any harm.
Yeah,
But
no, I
but
haven't used it at all. I was just curious about it. And
but
then after the 90 days, I didn't see a template that shows you. I know certain foods get added in, but do you give us a template after we finish our 90 days, or is there someplace? Okay. So then how do I know what to
what
add in?
Yeah. So after the 90 days, it's entirely up to you. So I did this for 90 days by 5 years ago. And after 90 days, I thought, I feel the best I've ever felt. I'm not going to add
Right.
anything else. So every so often I'll add a bit of this. Once a week I'll have a bit of rice, once a bit, but the way you're eating, this is a lifestyle change. So the 90
Yeah.
days, there are some recipes in the classroom that my daughter has put out. You can use some of that, but the carbs, don't bring them in on a regular basis.
Okay.
So after that 90 days, this is enough. It's enough time for you to have found out the foods that are making you feel their best, especially when you're in your 60s. This is the time that they start piling medication on us.
Yeah.
So
Thank God I'm not on anything.
neither am I. And let's remain that way. You
Yeah.
know, you're healing yourself once you find the foods that work for you. I know the foods that work for me. I know the vegetables bloat me. I can't. It doesn't work for me. So I keep out the vegetables. You see, my diet's mainly carnivore. I eat carnivore. I eat lots of fatty red meat, and I feel
Hmm.
amazing. So eat the foods that make you feel good. Once in a while, you can have a bit of this and a bit of that. But as far as giving you a template, that I don't want to do that because then
Okay.
everybody's you can see my daughter's got recipes where certain things you can even bring a little bit of tomatoes here and there with
Yeah.
some of your meals. You can have once a week and say, oh, let me have a bit of sweet potato. That's okay, but that will be entirely up to you depending on how good you're feeling. If you're feeling good, keep eating the foods that make you feel good. There's no point in
I've
saying
cooked a couple of your daughter's recipes. They were delicious.
she's a five-star dining chef. She trained in one of the top restaurants in London, and then the Ivy. She worked in the Ivy Hotel. She worked in a place
Oh,
close.
God bless.
But she was doing that, and then eventually they said, well, "Hang on, why don't you start your own thing?" So she came to start working with me. Now she's starting her own food truck where she's got a company called Fat Girls. It's actually coming out somewhere in September where they go around doing the keto carnivore,
Oh,
meal plan
nice.
with her. And yeah, the truck is all just up. She loves to. She wants to do that. She's young. When you're that 20, 20s, you're a bit more
I know,
adventurous.
right?
Yeah,
To
I
go
know.
back and redo stuff, right?
Do
when
you
you
know
were
what? Do you know
young.
what I mean?
I
If we
know exactly what you mean.
if we could go back and think, with knowing what I know now,
Yep.
I'd be killing it.
Well, you're killing it now, so don't worry about it.
Well, I'm trying to educate, and like the community that we got a lot of people in the community. When it started out, the argument I had with my team, oh no, you can charge this amount of money, you can charge that amount of money, you can do this, can do that, you can have monthly subscriptions. And I said, hang on. So if we do that, we make more money, but we're not reaching the people that need to reach us.
That's
People that we
true.
need to reach. So let's charge a one-off fee, and that's why sometimes they're trying to sell, add a bit of this and a bit of that, because it's a team. We all got to be paid. We work full time
Of
for that.
course, yeah.
But we're trying to help. I genuinely want to help. If you follow me, you know what my background is. You know exactly where I
Yeah, I
came
do follow you.
from.
You post you crack me up, first of all, with
It's all about entertainment, isn't it? It's about,
no, I know, but it's the truth. And everything you say, what I love about you is you're real, which is how I am. And what you see is what you get. There's no bullshit, with your cursing, that I don't get offended by that. I just love your personality.
like,
And that's the things that
the
attract
cursing.
me.
We've spoken for how long, and I haven't cursed once.
You
The
have not.
cursing,
I did.
no, but the cursing is a no, but it's a personality. It's a way, a means. How many times you see a man in his 60s cursing like a child? It's just a way of
Hey,
making
the
people.
words you use, Eddie, are in the dictionary, so you have free range.
I like that. It's in the dictionary. If you're offended to it, yeah. How about it? That's
Exactly.
yeah.
One last question, and I'll
Yes.
leave you alone. The coffee.
The
Now,
coffee.
co- I'm from Brooklyn. I can't
I
help
know,
it.
I love that when New York, because I used to compete as a bodybuilder. I was always in the States. I mean, New York, what's it called? LA, Vegas. I was always every like I come to the States about 6 times a year. And every
Okay,
time I come to New York, I used to love coffee. It's
coffee.
make me love coffee. But yeah, okay,
So you say not to drink it first thing in the morning.
please, because coffee is a stimulant. And when
Okay.
you wake up in the morning, your hormones and your liver release energy. I know we've heard so many doctors are saying so many different things, but here's the thing, right? Um, no doctor is taught what I'm teaching you. A lot of them have learned, you know,
Right.
but they only most of them what they say is guessing. I mean, the coffee companies are the ones who brainwash to think, oh, coffee is good for heart health and everything like that. If I drink a cup of coffee, I'm like this. I'm
Okay.
literally like, there's a film called George of the Jungle. Do you remember George of the
Yes,
Jungle?
yes. Yeah.
Brendan Fraser. Okay, remember when came to the New York and he drank coffee?
And you drank the
That's exactly what I'm like when I
coffee.
drink coffee. So I don't,
Okay.
and I keep thinking, hang on, if it's doing that to me, the fact that your body can tolerate it, it doesn't necessarily mean it's good for you. I'm not saying that I don't drink coffee. I'm saying first thing in the morning, that's not the best thing to drink.
Okay.
Just
I'm only
have it.
fearful because I tried cutting it out completely once,
No,
and I got
don't.
such a migraine that I vomited violently.
Have it with your meal. But the thing is, you're not eating like that now in the past.
That's
So
true.
the way you're eating now is a bit different. You won't have that because your energy, you're trying to fix your energy level. Remember, we said three things we're trying to do: reduce inflammation, bring your insulin levels down, and improve your gut and fix your gut health. These are three
Okay.
things. Once that's fixed, everything is gonna like. I'm 63, right? And I feel like I did when I was in my 30s, and I'm never going to let this go.
I can't
Coffee
wait for that.
it's going to come. Coffee, you can drink coffee, but not first thing in the morning. Drink it with a meal, drink it other times, but not first thing in the morning. Because
Okay.
and if you can do some exercise before you have your first meal. That's important. Even if it's for a walk, walking uphill, or body work exercises, that helps stimulate something called autophagy. Autophagy is when I don't know if you heard about it. It's called autophagy. 2016, and Japanese doctor discovered something called autophagy. Autophagy is when you're fasting, your body starts using all the zombie cells and all the bad cells that within itself, and literally brings your insulin levels down. So autophagy is very important. You get that when you're fasting. Now you do know intermittent fasting. Train when you're fasted, and it ramps up autophagy even more. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So if you can, it doesn't have to
So
be.
so working out in the morning is because I typically do it at night when I get home, but it's better to do it in the morning than
It's
at
better
night.
in the morning. I work out in the morning, and sometimes I don't eat until about 6 p.m. and I work
Okay.
out in the morning. Nothing should not, because there's enough energy on you to do the workout, and the
Okay.
amount of protein you're eating is enough. Please don't worry about it because you've been brainwashed for a long time saying you need a pound of protein per gram of protein per kilo of body weight. But these numbers were made up by bodybuilders, and I wouldn't trust a bodybuilder to clean my shoes. I was a bodybuilder. I know how dumb we are, but yeah, if people it's become mainstream. Oh, but we're the ones that made it up. Nobody can say how much protein we need. That's what's led to all these products in our shops, where we should be getting our protein from animals and from
Right.
eggs. You know what I mean?
Yep. No, I'm loving it. It's God bless you for doing this because you're helping a lot of people, and I am definitely one of them.
God bless you too. Please keep going, keep healing yourself. Remember, it took a long time for any damage to occur. Give your
Right.
body time and don't focus too much on the weight. Just keep healing yourself and the weight will just come off, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Eddie.
In Italian, Florence is pronounced Firenze. Did you
Fidenza, I
know?
am Italian.
Oh,
So
I
that, but
thought,
you want to know something? If you
yes.
look this up, Florence typically in Italy is not used as a person's name.
No, no, I don't. It
So
is
I
not.
was named after my grandmother, who's Irish.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
So,
There you go, love.
yep.
I thought I'd say that because they detected some Italian in your whatever American Italian. Anyway, listen, nice to meet you. Look
You
after
too,
yourself,
Eddie.
and I hope we can talk again. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye
Thank you
bye.
very much.
Bye
God
bye. Bye
bless.
bye.